What's up, fam? You're rolling with Sly, and it's the Get Down Live. We are back, and we are in full force. And when I roll, I always roll hard. I got my homie over here, Candace G.
Hello, world. It's your girl, Candace G. Thank you for joining us again for the Get Down Live as we get into this,
That's
good combo.
Right. Candace G and your boy Sly. We're putting it down. Okay, so look, today we got a special guest. And she's coming in through Skype. You know what I'm saying? We about to put it down. We about to get into it today. I mean, we getting back into the ladies again. She's a life and relationship coach. She's real pretty. So, fellas, you know what I'm saying? Hashtag hit her up, the Get Down Gmail questions, you know what I'm saying? Let us know, and her name is Renee Yvonne. What's up, Renee Yvonne?
Hey, everyone. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for coming on. So,
Yes.
we about to get into it. We're going to come back to Renee. Renee, you're going to be for the whole show, right? You ain't got nothing to do?
I'm here. I'm right here.
Okay, cool. All right, cool. All right, so we're going to get into a couple of things before we get into the women's lives, you know what I mean? But, hey, I want to know, Candace G, have you heard about this guy, Ralph Shortey?
I have not.
Okay.
But I know that you're going to inform
I
me.
am going to let you know. There is something about Republicans in bathrooms. I don't know what it is, but they get in trouble. Well, he's actually in a motel, but I'm sure he probably was in a bathroom. But this guy is a 35-year-old conservative Republican, right? Now, and he's in Oklahoma. And he actually runs the YMCA government program for kids. Now, this guy was caught with a 17-year-old boy in his motel room, okay? Now, this is crazy, okay? Now, this guy is married with 3 daughters, right? Married with 3 daughters.
That's always the cover-up.
Yeah, yeah.
And the
just
cover-up.
so people can see, here's a picture of him, Now, this guy, okay. Now, the way he got caught, like the team's father, okay, the kid was acting out, right? And the kid, I think his father said he might have been dabbling with drugs and stuff like that. And so the kid had said he known the guy, Mr. Shorty, for like a year or so. So he was texting and emailing. He said he needed some money for spring break. So I guess this guy felt that was his opportunity to get it in, which I'm sure he probably already been getting it in, So the boy's dad called the cops. The cops, I guess followed the boy, followed him to a hotel, saw him going to a motel with the senator. Went in there. The cops raided the place. They smelled marijuana. They had 2 separate backpacks. One had lotion in it. One had condoms in it.
Oh,
I mean,
boy.
it's just all bad. Yeah, I don't make this stuff up, people.
God.
I don't make this stuff up. But and then they searched the boy's tablet and they found like sexual explicit exchanges between him and the senator and stuff like that. Not only this guy, I think this guy is a loony bin because he's known for now. He actually voted on a measure early this year that would allow business owners to discriminate against gay people. It was like, apparently
Wow.
you're gay. Okay, you're gay. Even though you have a ass of cover up. So not only that, he was the guy that tried to pass a bill that was banning putting aborted fetuses in food.
Excuse me?
Yeah, it's hard to say.
Excuse me?
My
Lord.
He applied for a bill to ban aborted fetuses in food. Now, and this was recent. And
to ban it as if it's already in food?
As if it's already in there.
I'm confused.
I didn't know they put aborted fetuses, which they don't. But
you never know.
That's who this guy is. I mean, what's going on, Oklahoma?
Yeah, that just doesn't sound.
All right. Well, you know what? I wanted to get that off my chest because I want to know what this guy was thinking. He's crazy. But we gonna let's get into it with Renee over here. What's up, Renee? You still there?
I'm still here.
Okay, cool. Cool. We got a lot of questions for you, and a lot of fellas want to know a lot of stuff, and I got a lot of questions. But
all right, let's bring it.
Let's do it. Candace, you want to hit it off first? You want me to go and jump into it?
You can start it off.
All right, I was going to do that.
I'll finish it.
All right. So, Now, Renee, let me ask you. I'm gonna jump right in. So,
Go for it.
should should men should men have more than one woman, and is it in their DNA? An honest answer.
No.
No, what?
No, they should not have more than one woman.
But is it in our DNA?
No.
I feel like it.
No, because I mean, how could you say that you're really committing to somebody if you're not fully committing to them and you're so spread out with a whole set of people? Like if you have like sister wives, good example, right?
Yeah.
You have 5 different wives. How can you fully say that you're dedicating yourself and devoting yourself to this person if you're spreading yourself with 4 other wives? You know?
Okay. Well,
So
let me ask you. Because just like like the gay community, they say
yeah.
I can't help feeling this way. I can't help feeling this way. So I mean, what do I do?
Sounds like it sounds like an individual thing, like
I
a
mean-
personal
No, I mean
choice
I'm
and
sure
problem. And
I'm sure a lot of fellas have the same issue. That's why they cheat so much. I mean, what do we do?
oh boy.
I think a lot of it's found in like identity. And once you know your identity, you're kind of settled. I feel like when you're searching for multiple different things, you're not really knowing what you really want. Or you're not really trying to put your full energy into your situation to, turn
Right.
it or, work on it and transform it and, give the other person an opportunity to explore a different, a different side of whatever you're looking for, a fantasy or whatever it is.
So
Yeah.
that's what it is. Okay, I got it. Well, okay, well check this out. If that's the case, then why do men have to do everything just to have sex?
They do?
Yeah, we have to do everything. we gotta we gotta break through the barrier of talking to the woman, which is very scary. We gotta talk to the woman, and 9 times out of 10, they leave me alone. Don't talk to me. They don't want to be talked. They don't want to be bothered. Then you gotta take them out to dinner. You gotta take them out to eat. Some of them, what I'm saying. But you gotta take them out to dinner. You gotta take them out to eat. You gotta do all this stuff, and it's like weeks and weeks and weeks. It's like, man, when can what's up?
Well, that's like really good because don't you want to, get to know somebody before you just hop in the sack with them, right?
Not really, but I mean,
You think about like.
He sounds like he wants to have a trail of
Oh boy.
very challenging relationships.
Yeah.
A bunch of crazy women
Well,
chasing you around.
that's a good problem to have.
I don't
Even
know.
though I've found I have a snuggle nugget that's her name, but I mean, I'm speaking for the brothers out here that's having problems, finding, because in Los Angeles nobody is coupled up. I mean, pretty much, but I mean, I'm speaking for the fellas. Some of them, they might have a hard exterior, but they don't really know what to say to a lady. So I mean, in what should they say? I mean, in your opinion, what should they do? How do you approach a lady? I mean, how do you get it going?
I would say just be as honest as possible from jump to reduce drama on the back end. So, if you're just looking for a cuddy buddy, then, introduce yourself and, kind of keep all your actions to follow whatever you're looking for. So just be straightforward from the get-go and not be, misleading. So then it'll reduce drama on the back end. Or you hope it would.
Being straightforward is very, very tough because, you be straightforward and they just run away, So
You never know. Some ladies are looking for a casual relationship too, so you just
where
never
they
know.
at? No, I'm just playing. I'm just playing. My girl watched this show, okay? I'm just playing.
Now I have a question. I just want to ask Renee for you to share a little bit about yourself with us. How did you become a relationship coach?
Yes. So I got married really early, my early 20s, and don't ask me my age, but don't ask me my age now, but I got married in my early 20s, and the whole relationship ended up not being what I thought it was. It was ultimately like a mirage. But I was always raised in the church, and so I had the spiritual aspect of everything. But I received revelation, after counseling and just, communication, everything to try to make the marriage work, I found myself losing myself in the marriage and received spiritual revelation that it was just time for me to move on. And so I decided to actually leave the marriage while I was 4 months pregnant with our second child.
Oh,
Wow.
wow.
And I just literally left, just being faithful to the promise that I was going to make it through. You know, the promise that God had before me that my life was going to be better than what it was in the marriage.
Okay, so,
And so-
is it?
Oh, yeah. Whew.
Oh.
Yes. Yes. My life now is amazing. It's amazing. I'm so grateful that I've, made it out of the relationship and didn't become bitter, because of it. But there was just a lot of drama that came with it. It was a long process, but I mean, it was well worth it. I've come out stronger, wiser, and happier. So
Well, let me ask you.
good.
Let me ask you
Thank
what.
you for sharing that just really briefly, because I can completely relate with part of your story, because I have a very similar experience about
What?
checking out of a relationship being 4 months pregnant. So that's awesome. Thank you for sharing that.
Maybe I should have checked out of my house. let me ask you. Both of you. Now, was your husband, was he African American?
No, he's white.
Wow. Wow. I could have swore he was black. Oh, so would you date another Caucasian man, or I mean, does that kind of ruin it? Like some people, when like a lot of guys I know that date African American women, once they get through with that, they're like, I'll never go back with another African American woman. Period.
No, with me, I dated black guys my whole life. And so I went to Howard. Shout out to my bison out there. But and you see the ratio is bad. It's horrible. And so, just kind of looking, like you said, a lot of black men do date white women. So I was kind of like, why am I, restricting myself? So I became very open. But to answer your question, no, I wouldn't. I'm very open. I feel like if you find a connection with anybody, it has nothing to do with nationality, race, creed, any of that. So I'm open.
Yeah. Well, let me ask you this.
Yes.
Why does women's why does women's fantasy bore men and men fantasies offend women? I don't get that. I mean,
Really?
yeah, because like it's true. It's true.
I don't know. I guess it would depend on the fantasy, right?
Well,
It would
the guys, you know what a guy's fantasizing about. I mean, that's the only reason we go to work. We fantasize about women. That's why. Thank you, Candace G. Thank you. But okay, so men fantasize about women. I mean, that's what it is. I'm just being honest. And women fantasize about.
What do we? I was gonna wait to see if you was gonna answer that, because wait.
They fantasize about ponies and and things like that.
Oh boy.
Fellas, help me out. Help me out. Hit me up.
Not all women grew up playing Barbie dolls and, Cabbage Patch and just dressing up and wanting to just be domesticated their whole life. No, not every little girl grew up that way.
Wait a minute, you telling me that was all a lie? That was all a lie? What the?
No.
Well, women. Okay, look. Well, I mean, what's your opinion on that? First, before I go to the next thing.
Everybody is so different. When I grew up, I was a tomboy, daddy's girl. I was involved in sports. And so I love cooking. I can put it down in the kitchen, but then I can also, man other responsibilities. But overall, I just think, relationship is a partnership. And I think that if you're doing what you should be doing and you're fulfilling your partner's needs, then you should be open to exploring those territories, with them, however crazy they are. Just
right.
Maybe get something to relax a little bit. But if you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, then, I don't see why it should be a problem to explore those new territories after marriage.
Okay.
Open communication.
Right. Okay.
Yeah,
well, I mean, but at 17, 18 years old, I can guarantee you, I know what the boys thinking. I know what their fantasies are. But what are the girls thinking about? I mean, they can't be thinking. I hope. I would want them to. See, I don't have any daughters, so I would hope they thinking the same thing. But what was y'all thinking when y'all was 17, 18?
School.
See, there you go. See, and that bores
Partying.
me. See, that bores. I'm
I
like,
was
okay,
thinking
I'm done.
about finishing school real quick and getting a
Yes.
job because I wanted to make all the money I could.
Uh,
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking about.
I guess yeah, I was thinking about finishing, but it wasn't school. I tell you, that was the least thing on my mind.
So I have a question for you. I want to get your thoughts on if you feel your partner should still be friends with his exes.
Hmm. Well,
No.
I just gave away the answer. No, I don't think that you should be. I feel like it can cause a conflict. I feel like, there's nothing wrong with not being a friend with an ex, right? Because I feel like in our society, we always have this misconception that if you're not a friend with your ex, then there's something wrong there, right? Like you're
Right.
not over them. But in respects to your partner and however they feel, if they don't mind you being a friend with your ex, then go ahead and continue the relationship. But if it's something that ends up bothering them, then you should definitely be up to cutting the relationship off just in respects to your new relationship
Yeah,
without having any hard feelings about it.
for girls, no. For men, yes. we just gonna leave it like that. But hey, what's a good length of time, lost time, and rebuild your life after a long term relationship in a marriage?
Whew, I think it varies per each person, but I always feel like we go through transformational stages. I don't believe that we're ever the same person within like 6 months. So I think that like 6 months to a year, as long as you've emotionally cut ties with that previous relationship and you really feel like you're ready to move on, then why not?
Yeah. I get that. I'm with you on that one. Kendra, you with on that? Huh?
Yeah, I agree with that for sure because especially in a long-term relationship that ends, you're dealing with such a range of different emotions that you have to work through that you should allow yourself the time to just heal whatever it is that you need to, recover from that relationship for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Well, let me ask you this, Renee. Like I said, I got a lot of questions because we trying to get in the minds of all the women. You know what I'm saying? Because we don't know. We got to get in the know. It's just to get down. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So let me ask you this: who's more stupid? This.
Who's more stupid?
Who's more stupid? I call people what they are. We're being brutally honest. Okay, who's more stupid? The idiot who treats his woman bad, or the woman for being attracted to the idiot in the first place? Oh, that's a good one.
Great
Strike one for
question.
me.
Whew,
See, they liked it. They liked it in there. I heard them.
The guy who's acting dumb is only being who he is, right? So, I would probably say on the receiving end, just for accountability's sake, it would have to be the lady, especially if she's feeling the brunt of accepting it on the back end.
You hear that,
Unfortunately.
Candace G? She said the lady, the woman.
Well, in that example.
For sure, in that example, because she was attracted to him in the first place, and if she saw red flags and continued to stay with someone who would be termed an idiot, then
Hey.
that's a reflection on her. He represents the way that she feels about herself.
Some people,
So.
hey, stupid is as stupid does, I guess, right? It is what it is. I mean, one idiot with another idiot, whatever. But hey, what you got, Candace G? Anything?
Do you think that confessions makes a relationship stronger? Like, for example, it's maybe your significant other cheats and then he confesses that he cheats. Do you think that makes the relationship stronger, or it breaks it down, breaks the relationship down?
I think that it makes the relationship stronger if they devote the energy to improving in the areas that were lacking in their own personal relationship that made them step out of it in the first place.
Right.
Because typically, usually when somebody's cheating, there are signs there a partner is feeling neglected and there's already an issue, but we just can't put our finger on it, right? So if, somebody confesses to, cheating and then they're making the actions to satisfy their partner's needs afterwards, then you should be honest anyway, but you should be honest all the time.
Well, sometimes you gotta protect their feelings, you know what I mean?
But I hear men cheat just to cheat. Like, they cheat because they can. Some men.
It's an action of euphoria.
Yeah, that's an insecurity.
No, it's like a drug. It's a drug. I mean, we need it. We have to have it. Like I said, it's just like shooting heroin. You shoot it, you shoot a couple times. You're like, man, I have to feel like this all the time. And then you do it again. You do it again.
You want to have the feeling of something new, having something.
No, just you want that feeling. You want to be.
Think about that.
Hey, love is a terrible drug.
You're trying to be
Strong drug.
addicted to the beginning of a relationship, and that's not anything that has to do with the lasting relationship. So you're just addicted to the feeling of something new. That's a personal problem. Yeah.
Hey, women are from Venus, men are from Mars. I guess whatever. Okay, I got it. I get it. Hey, does a woman know when she meets a man for the first time that she's gonna have sex with him? Does she know when she right away I'm gonna have sex with him? Do they? What, Candace?
I would say yes.
Okay, wait a minute. So how do I know if a woman look at me?
Shoot, that is so funny.
Renee, you and Candace, show me how. Like, if you was looking at me right now and you was like, I want to have sex with that guy. Show me how you would look at me.
It's not a wink or a glare or anything like that.
Y'all don't lick y'all lips or nothing like that?
Oh, no.
I just run to a lady and start crying, like, please give it to me. I mean, I'm serious. I want to know how, because when somebody looking at me like that, I'm going to give them a show. Like, yeah, what's up? Yeah, girl. Shoot. What's up? Wink both eyes.
Body language,
Yeah. Body language.
If somebody's sitting for you, they give you the number and they're engaging with you, then they're generally interested.
So let me. Okay, so if I'm at the club and I'm chilling on the wall and the girl just start twerking on me, that means she into me, right?
No.
What?
No.
Man, cause I have not. I was like, man, this is great. This is almost like having sex. This is great.
No, not necessarily. She might just be drunk and in the mood to dance.
All right. Well, hey. Well, you know what? We gonna get back into it. We gonna keep Miss Renee Yvonne on the line. You got time, right?
Got time.
Okay, she got time. So we're going to take a quick commercial break, and we're going to come back with Miss Renee Yvonne.
We know that visiting your doctor's office can be very stressful, and the amount of information you receive can be quite overwhelming. But the ANFOM Medical Center staff are healthcare professionals who will provide each and every patient with great customer service. Their services include immunizations, school physicals, and much more. For more information, contact the ANFOM Medical Center staff at 310-912-6100 or visit amchealthcare.org.
All right, we're back with the Get Down. We got Renee Yvonne still on the line, holding for us tight. We getting into the women's mind again, Candace G. But you know what? We're going to jump into some entertainment. All right. And now, Chance the Rapper, he had gave that $1 million to the schools, to the Chicago school districts, which I said he should have gave it to the Army because he got to get rid of some of them guns out there in Chicago, man. He do shooting everybody. Like, come on, man. Come on, Chicago. But, the kids, to say thank you, they penned him a letter. And I think that's really noble of a lot of these kids to do that. I mean, because I'm like, when I was going to school, I didn't even want to go to school. I'm like, man, what are you giving $1 million to the school for? I don't want to come here. But, it's good. The kids are starting to learn. So, things are starting to change in the world. So I think it's a good thing.
Yeah,
I think he's doing his thing.
Very admirable. Yeah. It's a good thing that the kids acknowledged him in that way.
Right. And another thing, I know y'all saw the Snoop Dogg video. Hopefully y'all saw the Snoop Dogg video with Donald Trump.
I saw the tweet.
Donald Trump.
I didn't see the video.
Okay, you didn't see the video? Okay.
No.
Well, so the video is poorly taste. Donald Trump, he's doing a lot of crazy things that I think he's doing a lot of crazy things. Some people differ. But I don't condone killing somebody. Even though it was a play gun, it went bang. I wouldn't wish death on anybody because wishing that on him can come right back on you.
Wait. Who was shooting who though? I didn't see the
video.
Snoop
Dogg was shooting Donald Trump in the head.
Oh.
And at point blank range, and Donald Trump is dressed as a clown. It makes no sense. Because what would happen if that was a white guy doing that to Obama? He probably would have got hung.
Well, that's
You know what I'm
kind of
saying?
like what the tweet had said a little bit. That Snoop has his failing career and something about Obama. What if Snoop Dogg shot Obama? Basically, that was
Yeah.
the
Well,
tweet that he was trying to
yeah. Well,
trying to make
I
a point.
mean, it wouldn't have been as bad if it had been Snoop Dogg doing it, but I think if it was a white guy doing it, let's say if it would have been David Duke or something like that shooting Obama, it would have been a problem, and it would have been a big problem. I think they would have dropped bombs on it.
The thing is, if anybody else would have made that video that was white, Mr. Twitter Fingers would have still had something to say. He would have still voiced his opinion for sure.
What you think about that, Renee?
I agree with you for sure that it would have been an issue. Of course, we always have to acknowledge the history that comes along with it, but I don't really know if, Mr. Trump is in favor with a lot of people right now. So I think that's just why it's kind of being accepted the way that it is.
Yeah.
Unfortunately. Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, look, I like Snoop. Snoop's our OG, and I think, I think, he's playing on emotions and everybody's emotions. He's tired of it too, but I just think he went about it the wrong way. It's not really the way to do it. Cause I mean, if his son made it to the Oval Office and people didn't like what he was doing, and there was another guy that aimed the gun at a fake him and shot him in the head, saying he'd be upset too. So I wouldn't, it's just something I wouldn't take lightly, and he shouldn't take it lightly.
He's just flexing that First Amendment right there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that free speech. That's like a free threat, But yeah, that's what it is. And it's,
Yes, and to just go into a little bit of the current events, our president, Donald Trump, I should say Mr. Trump. I don't even like to say President Trump.
it is what it is.
He spoke with the mayor of Michigan about the water crisis and
They still have a water
basically
crisis?
made a promise that he is going to fix this water scandal. So do we believe him?
Right.
Is he really going to do it?
Well, what is the scandal?
See, because
he'll get after it after he gets done building that wall.
Absolutely. Yeah, you took the words. Took the words right out of my mouth.
That we paying for. We paying for that wall. Like, what is he tripping on? We paying for that wall. Come on, y'all. Come on.
Yes. And just like a little side note. Has everybody seen Get Out?
I haven't seen it
The movie
yet.
Get Out.
Oh.
Have you seen it?
I haven't seen it yet.
I haven't seen it.
Oh.
Is it good? I've heard it's good.
Oh my God, it's a must see. All of you guys out there, go see Get Out. I'm, doing a little promotion for this movie right now, but it is an amazing thriller. I think that everyone will enjoy it, and it's deep. And my new term is the sunken place. And if you see it, you'll know what I'm talking about.
Oh, wow. Now I gotta see it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I was gonna see it anyway, but now I really gotta see it.
Yeah, it's a must see. And secondly, March is the National MS Education and Awareness Month. So to get a little bit more information on that, go visit msfocus.org.
I'm thinking March Madness. I don't know. I'm sorry. Hey, see, I'm thinking something totally different. I'm thinking March Madness. She's thinking education. What is that?
Have you been following March Madness?
So. No. Yes, I've been following March Madness. Kentucky gonna win. Even though I'd rather the Longhorns win, but I think Kentucky gonna take it. You know what I mean? Hey, but what? I want to throw a side note on the current events, or the news rather. Renee, since you're a relationship coach, you would be considered a teacher, correct?
Correct.
So, with that being said, there's a new bill out here in California. Okay. Now, don't ask me what the numbers are, because I don't know, but it's coming out now. What that does is, if you're a teacher, you don't have to pay taxes. What you think about that?
Wow.
Put that on your bill.
Amazing.
I think it's amazing too.
I think that's amazing.
That's
amazing.
Become a teacher.
I'm gonna have to read a little bit more into that to see how
how it works.
How true that is.
I'm gonna work that. I'm gonna go to school just to be a teacher, and then I'm gonna do something else just so I ain't gotta pay taxes.
Yes.
Yep.
It's hard. A lot of the pay isn't, there, so it's going to be a great benefit for teachers for sure.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, I tell you what, Renee Yvonne, can you tell us where all the people can reach you and how they can get in touch with you if they got questions? I know, they can email us at the Get Down Questions with an S at gmail.com if y'all want to get in touch with Renee through us. But can you tell us where do they find you? Where your fans stay with you at?
Yes, I'm all over social media. I think I'm most popular on Instagram. So you can find me on Instagram.com/RX with Renee. Also on Facebook. You can find me on Twitter, Periscope.
Oh,
and
all across
YouTube pages. Yes.
All across social media, huh?
Yes.
Hey, and I'm gonna leave. We about to wrap it up. But I wanted to leave y'all with just one more thing. I had a question from Ray in Houston, and he wrote, "Why do people say more money, more problems? Shouldn't they be saying no money, more problems?"
No. More money, more problems.
I think it's no money, nope, more problems.
No, you think about it, more money, more problems, because your responsibilities increase. You're going to have hands out. Right. You're going to have more responsibility, expectations from those around you, especially your family. And then with that, it comes with investment. So it just comes with more things to deal with. So more money, more problems.
Totally agree.
All right. Well, you know what? Like I said, we think two different things. I think no money, you going to jail. So, I mean, it is what it is. But we about to wrap this thing up. We rocking with the Get Down. We had Miss Renee Yvonne on.
Thank you.
She put us down with a little knowledge.
Thank you for having me.
Anytime. So, for myself, Sly or Jones Sly on Instagram, you can hit me up. You know what I'm saying? My girl Candace G over here.
Candace G at the Candace brand on IG. That's the only social media platform you will find me on.
Well, I tell you what, this is the Get Down Live, baby. We putting it down. We're going to have more special guests. If you want to hit up Renee Yvonne, let us know. Hit us up at the getdownquestions@gmail.com or catch on the social media sites all across the board. It's the Get Down Live. We'll be back next week, baby. What's up?
Bye now.